Hello and welcome to Sportswomen Connect. My name is Regina, your host. Sportswomen Connect is a platform for girls and women to connect and share their sporting experiences in coaching, officiating, administration and management. We'll be discussing key issues affecting women in sports with special emphasis on women in sports leadership. Today we'll focus on women in sports coaching and mentorship. I am joined by a special guest from the Uganda Police Forces. She's a civil servant, wife, mother, athlete, coach, and administrator, all wrapped in one. She's keen on promoting self-defense skills for girls and women in sport. Sergeant Maureen, welcome to Sportswomen Connect.
Thank you again. It's my pleasure being here. Thanks for hosting me.
How was your trip to Entebbe from wherever you're coming from?
It was fine, though I got some challenge by the roadside when the traffic officers got us. I think the driver didn't have a driving permit or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was a little bit delayed, but thank God I'm here.
We thank God, and I think at that point you should have just brought out your your credentials and said, look, I am an officer and I'm going to have you arrested.
I don't think so. I'm so much into sports.
Okay.
Not traffic.
Not traffic rules. Okay. So, Sergeant Maureen.
Yes.
Who is Maureen and how are you involved in sports?
Okay, big question.
No, come on.
Now, my name is Maureen Awori. I'm a police officer attached to Police Sports Department. It's a fully fledged department. I've done Taekwondo for the last 19 years. Maybe this is the 20th year, if I count properly. So I started doing Taekwondo at the age of 5. I first started with karate for 2 years, then I shifted to Taekwondo, based on the fact that my coaches had gone back to their country. They were Japanese. I was still a little kid, and then...
How old?
About 5 years.
5?
Yes.
That was young.
Yeah, maybe nursery or something like that. So after that, I shifted to Taekwondo, based on the school that I was in, that is Victoria Nile School in Jinja. Okay. So they were doing Taekwondo. And so, since I had a background of karate, I found it easy for me to get involved there.
Are they the same, karate and
yeah,
Taekwondo?
they're kind of related. Just the moves are different, but they're kind of related sport.
So once you're doing Taekwondo, it's easy for you to transition to karate.
Just like someone who is maybe doing kickboxing can easily do boxing.
Okay.
Yeah, very easy. So after that, after my senior 6, that's when I joined police. Okay. And then I was taken to the training school in Masindi, where I continued doing Taekwondo. What
inspired you? What inspired you to join those, like, Taekwondo at 5 years? What was the inspiration?
Okay, I used to have my uncle who was a coach in karate. So he would go with me every day. So I picked interest. I started training. So when he saw that I was interested, he ushered me into the training session. So I started training.
Now I get it.
Yes. So when I reached the training school, I got Koreans there. They are from the north. They do ITF. That is called International Taekwondo Federation. Okay. Yes. So we have Taekwondo as a sport, as an Olympic sport. Yes. And then ITF, which is the defensive game. Okay. So since they were training the police...
ITF is International
Taekwondo Federation. Then we have World Taekwondo Federation, which is WTF.
So it's 2 federations
2 in one.
In one.
Yes.
Okay.
One deals with the sport, purely sport. Okay. Then the other one is defensive. Yes. Okay. They teach it to armed forces. Okay. For defense, for self-defense.
Yes. The ITF.
The ITF one.
Okay.
Yes. So, but almost no difference.
The skills are the same.
The skills are the same, but the big difference is this is a sport, the other one is defensive.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Now I get it.
So you can't use the other one here in sport. Yes.
So the one for the armed forces is specifically for them?
Specifically, yes. because if you apply those skills here in sport, then in Taekwondo sport, they'll not. It's out of the rules.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
So it's about the rules
It's
and
about
regulations.
the rules and regulations.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Let's carry on.
So from there, I finished the training, and then I was posted to sports department since I also joined through sports. So there I work as an administrator.
Yes.
I also work as a Taekwondo coach, assistant coach, and then I also do archery. So I've been in I have a black belt in Taekwondo. Yes, and I trained for 3 years to get that black belt.
Wow.
Yes, minus the other years.
Okay.
Specifically 3 years for black
the
belt.
black belt.
Yes, then 1 year for the Dan. That is the
Dan
degree.
is a what?
It's a degree.
Okay.
After getting the black belt, then you're now
continuous education.
If you continue, you're graded.
Okay.
Yes. Like someone who has done a degree and gone for masters and gone for doctorate.
Ah, okay. So
something
now
like that.
you went to the degree level.
Yes.
Now you're looking for masters.
Now I have the black belt,
Yes.
which is the minimum. And then from there you train and get the degrees now.
Oh.
We have from 1 degree up to 9 degrees.
So now you have 1 degree.
I have 2 degrees.
You have 2 degrees and you're looking for 7 others.
I don't want to be a grandmaster.
You should, I mean, come on, you have to aspire. You have to aspire to get to the very top.
Okay. I'll look into that.
Okay.
Of course, that goes with age.
But you're still young, you're still vibrant, you're still...
Yes.
And you're a sportswoman.
Yes, true.
So what is the present situation of women in sport, in sports coaching and mentorship in Uganda? In Taekwondo specifically?
In Taekwondo specifically, it's tough. It's still minimal because then our community has a negative attitude towards these kind of sports, fighting sports, let me say, combat sports. Because then you find that there are very few ladies involved in such kind of sports.
In terms of numbers?
In terms of numbers.
How many
right
at
now,
the moment?
In my club, the Police Taekwondo Club, we have about 6 ladies active. Can
Only
you imagine
6?
And we have over 20 men, over 20.
That is like what percentage? A third?
I think so.
Yes. Maybe a third.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's quite a small number, and I think it's because of the negative attitude of the society towards these kind of sports.
Yes.
Naturally, even in sports, popular sports like football, you wouldn't find women playing so much. If they are there, then they are taken as outskirts, you know. So
perception is not very
attitude,
good.
very, very negative. So we are struggling. So we find it very tough, but the good thing about it is that we are trying to do
this progress.
There's progress. We are
it may be small steps, but
yes,
we're working in the right direction.
And the other good thing about it is that sports has become now professional. It's no longer just for leisure.
Yes.
It's professional. People are earning a lot from it, so parents have started seeing that,
appreciating the value of women in sport.
Women in sport, yes, regardless. There are women who have made it out there and have seen the good things coming out of it.
For example, our Inzukuru.
Yes. So they are seeing some good things coming out of it, and so they are starting to appreciate, but we need more effort.
Okay. So what programs are in place?
Apparently.
Currently, what programs are we running, or what programs do we intend to run to be able to attract more girls into Taekwondo coaching and mentorship?
Okay, so we've gone to schools. Basically, we have to start from the grassroots.
Grassroots, yes.
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 We don't have to wait for them to grow. Well, we have gone to schools and we have involved girls' schools. So we want to first bring girls on board in order to try to bridge this gap. Because now you know that girls have been left out. And so we have to bring them on board. So we have gone to schools, we have tried to train them self-defense skills. We have tried to promote teachers to get involved in this program.
Do you train the teachers as well?
Yes, we train the female teachers so that they can be helpful when we are not there.
Yes.
Yes, to keep guiding these girls and engaging them in these skills.
Okay.
Yes, so we've gone to schools like Gayaza High School, we've gone to Nabsulsa, we've gone to Mariam High, and others, even Namagunga. We've gone there, and then we've tried to train some girls, a percentage of the girls.
What percentage would you say?
About 30.
30%
of the school, yes.
Wow, that is good.
Yes, so we give them basic self-defense training, and then we give them certificates such that even if they go to the community, they can easily train.
They are accredited.
They are accredited to train these other ladies out there in these skills.
Okay.
We give them the most basic skills.
Most basic skills. And you said, aside from it being an Olympic sport, it helps girls and women in self-defense. Just elaborate a bit more about that.
Okay, so Taekwondo has a component. One component is self-defense.
Yes.
Self-defense is not, let me say, it's not examined or graded.
Okay.
So you cannot do self-defense alone and you say you're going for Olympics, for example. No. But Taekwondo as a sport, you can work out and go and do it and participate in Olympic Games. But with self-defense, it's a special skill. It's a speciality. That's why not everyone who did Taekwondo knows self-defense.
Okay.
Yes. Not everyone who does Taekwondo can do self-defense. But everyone out there can do self-defense.
Everyone?
Everyone, regardless of the age, regardless of whether you're training or not, you can do self-defense because it's a life skill. It's a life skill, it's a survival skill.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's just a matter of having the skill and knowing how to use it. Basically that. And you don't need to train for years or months to learn.
To be able to do it.
To be able to do it or to execute it. No. You just need about 30 minutes to learn the most basic self-defense skills.
So if we had 30 minutes in the studio,
right now,
would be able to...
You would be able to learn about 10 self-defense skills.
Maybe we should organize another day where you just come and show us some of the
great
basic
idea.
things.
That would be really nice.
So what are some of the basic principles to keep in mind?
Okay, Taekwondo, we have tenets.
Yeah. What
you call values. There are about 5 tenets. We have courtesy, we have integrity, we have perseverance, we have self-control and indomitable spirit.
Okay. Explain.
You know, indomitable spirit is that spirit of hardness.
Okay.
You must have that tough heart. You know?
Fearless?
Fearless, yes. That's the right word.
Okay.
Fearless. Regardless of the situation, because then you're not going to choose what situation is going to face you. Right? You're going to encounter a situation which is extremely difficult. For example, a 5-year-old girl is being raped or defiled by a 40-year-old man.
Yes.
That is extremely very tough situation.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why we need that indomitable spirit. You need that fearless heart to be able to counter that situation. Right?
Yeah.
So this girl, if empowered with these self-defense skills, will be able to execute to the best in order to defend herself against that man. Yes. And we've had
a girl of, you're saying a girl of 5 years
can counter that situation.
How?
If she has indomitable spirit, if she has integrity, and she has the right skills and the right confidence to do it.
Okay. That is...
Because even if you're trained, you've seen this happen even in the rings, like the kickboxers. If you have the skills, but you don't have the confidence and the heart to execute that skill, it's equally useless to have the skill.
You mentioned something earlier about harmony. How does Taekwondo contribute to creating a harmonious environment or harmonious world?
Perfect question. Because the other thing is, in Taekwondo we don't fight, or self-defense, for example, we don't fight. That's the first principle, no fighting.
Okay.
Yes. So if we are not going to fight, then we are going to have a peaceful world.
But we live in a
violent,
violent world.
We live in a violent world.
It's a fact of life that we live in a violent world.
Yes, it's a fact of life. But then, if I am not violent myself, and I promote peace through self-defense, right? You will attack me, I'll defend myself. At the end of the day, you will give up.
Self-defense in this essence is it physical?
It's both physical and psychological. Yes.
Okay.
It's an act of defending oneself against physical attack using one's body and mind.
Okay.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges faced by women in sports coaching and mentorship in Taekwondo specifically?
There are quite many. I mentioned one already. It's attitude, both from the parents and the athletes themselves. Because the girl will be like, how can I do such a sport?
As a coach, okay. What are the challenges as a coach?
Yes, the challenges as a coach. That is the first thing is you cannot coach someone who has a negative attitude. But the ones we already have, at least we mentor them and then we change their attitude so they are positive enough.
Okay.
But then the other challenge is the parents. We get challenges from the parents. They don't allow their children to engage in this kind of sport. The other bit is maybe the attitude of the general attitude of the society towards the sport. They say they keep telling these girls, if you train that for so long, you'll not give birth, you will not be able to get married. But I am here, I'm married, I have
children,
a kid, and I'm expecting another one soon. So I think that's
all the best in that area.
It's a myth, but it's affecting the society. So it affects us, the coaches. Yes. So you find that sometimes the girls, they are being coached by men, by male coaches.
Yes.
So because there are not many female coaches in this kind of sport.
That's right.
Yes. So the men don't understand
some of the challenges that the girls go through. So they need to kind of talk to them, give them some little bit of counseling here and there, female related, which they don't do. So that's quite a big challenge. But right now, the ones that are being coached by us, they find it easy. Yeah, they find it easy. Yes. Because when they look at what we do, they get inspired. So we act as role models. You act as role models, as mentors, and somehow
so we give them hope.
Are there any projects you're working on at the moment?
At the moment, yes. We're preparing for an open championship.
Okay.
It's a national championship for Taekwondo. So I'm preparing the girls who are going to go to Lira.
Lira.
And participate. Lira, that's one district in Uganda.
Northern Uganda.
Yeah, Northern Uganda.
Okay.
So that will be coming up next week. So I hope for the best.
So you're going as a coach or as an official?
I'm going as an official. Okay. Apparently.
You are also
I'm also
a Taekwondo.
I also double as a coach, but I'm also a referee. A level 1 referee in Taekwondo, internationally accredited. Yes,
that's amazing.
Yes.
If you had a wish list, what are those things that you'd wish for in Taekwondo specifically?
The first thing is I would wish that everybody acquires this self-defense skill.
Okay.
Because violence is a fact of life. I have never seen a violent, free community. So violence is a fact of life. We live with it, and so there is no way we are going to avoid it, but we just have to equip ourselves with this skill such that in case such things happen, and they happen every day. We have domestic violence, we have rape cases, we have defilement cases, and what's amazing,
gender-based violence,
and to my dismay is that these skills are very, very cheap to learn, in that someone would not really inject in so much to learn these skills.
But we don't have so many coaches. So
yes, that's what we're embarking on, to train more people so that they can train others in the community. Yes.
So more like community-based
programs. Yeah, we're starting that very soon.
Okay. And I've heard of some moves, I don't know, tennis swerve, I don't know, flamingo, I don't know, the air guitar. complex.
Like in self-defense, we teach you the basics. Like, for example, in your body, you have vital parts of your body, you have sensitive parts of your body. So we teach you the right part to hit and how to do it.
Which are these parts?
We have parts like the vein here. If you hit me here hard, I don't think I'll get up for the next 5 minutes or what. So by that time, you'll be gone. Yes. So we have like this part. We have the solar plexus here, right here.
It's called a solar?
We call it solar plexus.
Ah, okay. So, it's the first time I'm hearing of that.
So when you hit that part, it's really tough. And the ribs, for the men, if you hit the groin, that's very, very, very sensitive. So I don't think the guy will feel good. So those are some of them, but there are others. That
you mentioned somewhere around the kidney.
Yeah, down here. Yes, and then the inner thigh. When you hit that, it's very painful. I don't think you'll be able to walk easily. Yes, so even if a guy is so huge, he won't be able to deviate from that.
Okay. Then, which are that's
and the knee? Yes, the knee.
The knees.
I said there are very many. So we need more time for that.
Yeah, we definitely need more time.
So those vital parts and sensitive parts of the body is the one we teach people in self-defense. If you're to hit someone, because it should be a perfect hit. If you mess up, your life is at stake. So you must be perfect, accurate in execution of these techniques.
And as a self-defense coach and trainer, have you encountered a situation like this?
Of course,
in your life?
I have.
Share with us.
I have already
how you overcame it.
Okay, there were 5 guys. I was moving. I think that hid in the trench. So for me, I just passed. I didn't see anyone, of course. So they came from behind and surrounded me. All they wanted was my bag and my phone. So they grabbed the bag. They had logs and a knife, and then one pulled out the knife, said like, bring the bag. If you don't want, I'm going to stab you. So when I saw that, I saw danger, and there were many. I couldn't fight back. So I'm like, okay, take the bag. So they took the bag. Safety first. I talked about it.
Safety first.
Safety first. So when they took, the 3 went with the bag. The 2 wanted the phone. So what I did, I gave one the phone. He ran away, and I remained with one. I grabbed
that one. You could manage.
Yes, I grabbed him. He also wanted to go because he didn't now have anything else to pick from me. So when he was turning, I also grabbed him and kicked him just below the stomach here, near the kidney position, and he fell down. So by the time I went to the police post,
you took off.
I took off to the police post, came back with the policeman, only to find he was still resting. Yes. So
you had given him medicine.
Hard. So when they took him to the hospital, I understand the kidney was kind of affected.
You are definitely fearless.
Yes. So you must have that heart.
But then there are some myths that people believe that once you're fit, you're able to, you can defend yourself.
No, that is a myth indeed. You must have that skill. It's not about the energy, it's not about the fitness, it's not about how huge you are, or it's not about the sex, whether you're a man or a woman. As long as you have the right skills, you can easily counter the situation.
Okay.
Yes.
So all you need are the skills.
The skills.
It doesn't matter your body size.
And the confidence.
Okay. It doesn't matter how.
It doesn't matter.
Look at yourself.
In Taekwondo, that's the beauty about Taekwondo. The beauty about Taekwondo is that you don't need muscles. You don't need to show the whole world that you're trained. But you must have the skills, and you must be
confident
enough to apply the skills that you have. Yes.
And for those who are watching out there, I'm here with Sergeant Maureen. Sergeant Maureen Awori is from the Uganda Police Forces, and she's sharing about self-defense techniques and Taekwondo and her role in coaching and mentoring in this particular sport. Sergeant,
yes.
What are your final words to whoever is watching right now?
My final words is that let everyone equip him or herself with self-defense skills, especially my dear ladies, girls and children. We are the most vulnerable, though men are also vulnerable, but we are the most vulnerable, so we need these skills more than ever before. Yes.
So that in the event that there's for example, you're in the house and you're alone,
yes,
you can be able to.
You know when men are, for example, when a man attacks a woman, they always think what comes in their mind is a woman is weak.
Yeah.
So you're not going to do anything. So you surprise them with these skills, and then you do something extraordinary that you would never wish that you could ever do. Yes. So that's the beauty about self-defense. You don't have even to show everyone that you know it. You do something nasty to me, I defend myself in the most complex way that you would ever think that I can do it. Yes.
And then you walk away.
And then you walk away, and you'll even fear. He'll be like, oh,
I didn't expect that.
He'll think twice.
I didn't expect that. Okay, time is not our best friend, and we hope Madam Sergeant Awori can come back and just for another session to just show us all these skills that she has talked about, because I mean, I need to see.
I'm looking forward to that.
I need to see. I have personally learned a lot of, I've gotten a lot of information about.
You've been my student before.
And I hope, if you've been watching out there, I hope you've enjoyed the session. Thank you for tuning in. And till next time, goodbye.